guys, assalamualaikum. Welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to talk you through my skincare routine. This is one I get asked a lot, so I just thought might as well do an updated one. So yeah. I do use a mixture of drugstore as well as luxury skincare products, so it's the best of both worlds. And a majority of these steps have been pretty much the same for the last few years. I haven't really switched up too much. By the way, this is going to be my nightly skincare routine because there is a lot more in here than there is in my morning skincare routine. Typically in the morning I usually exfoliate, and I'm not too fussed on which exfoliator I use. But at the moment I'm using this Neutrogena Refreshingly Clear one. But yeah, so back to my nightly skincare routine. The first step I do is to remove majority of my makeup. I go straight in with coconut oil. Yeah, so I get 2 cotton pads, I rinse them under very hot water, and then I just scoop a bit of coconut oil onto those pads. Because the pads are hot from the water, it helps mush and melt that coconut oil. And then I just rest it onto my eyes if I'm wearing eye makeup that day, and just let it sit for a couple of seconds and then wipe away. And then I just do the same thing for the rest of my face, and that takes off the whole of the first layer of my makeup, if that makes sense. That's usually the first part of the cleansing routine I have. Then I go in with a second cleanse, and I take usually cream cleansers, hot cloth cleansers. So I do switch between, oh no, that's the wrong thing. So I do switch between these two right here, Lizzo, or I use this Naturally Radiant one, which I've been using for years. I've been using both of these for years and I have not used anything else. This is from Superdrug, it's a bit cheaper. This is Lizzo, kind of the same thing but a bit nicer. So I just squirt a little bit of that in my hand and I sort of mush it all over my face and really get into the crevices of my face and try and get even more gunk out that I might have missed from the first cleanse. And you can really tell when you wet the hot cloth under the hot water, you can really tell how much you've missed when you wipe away. And normally I stop there, but if I've worn a lot of makeup that day, or if I've worn makeup for a prolonged period of time, I sometimes get my little Proactive exfoliating brush. It's battery powered, so and I just gently work that cream cleanser into my skin with this. This is amazing. Then for my third stage of cleansing, my favourite part, I get the most luxurious skincare product I own in my life. This is the Bobbi Brown Balm rinse. This is so good, guys. Oh, it just smells so citrusy and it smells like orange. It's so good. But yeah, this stuff is so rich. You only need the tiniest amount. So I just scoop some out and I either warm it up in my hands. I do sometimes use this as a face mask as well. I don't know if you're supposed to do that. I don't care. There's no rules to skincare products, I feel like. But yeah, and I just distribute it all over my face, and I really use this time to massage this into my skin. I really enjoy this process because of that really strong citrus smell. I love it. It's so refreshing. This cleanser is also great in the morning because of that citrus. It really wakes you up, and I leave it on for a couple of minutes. I try to get the most of my skincare just to try and get the most of that product because it's expensive. I gently wipe it away and it just leaves my skin feeling absolutely squeaky clean. Like after that I really feel like I've gotten everything I can out of my skin, because I really will not sleep if I know there's even a tiny bit of makeup, if I know I haven't cleansed my face properly, and I will wake up in spots. And then the next part I do is I tone. Okay, so I've been using Earl Toner for the longest time, and the thing I love the most about this one in particular is it's a spritzer. So you spray it on instead of putting toner onto cotton pads and then wiping your face. This way I feel like there's a lot less wastage and you really get your money's worth if you use like a spray toner, because I feel like I'm wasting so much product that just gets absorbed and you wipe whatever excess is coming out of that. So I just spritz that all over my face exactly how I would a setting spray, and I just really let it dry into my skin before I moisturize. I wait maybe about 60 seconds in between each stage of my skincare routine, just so my skin can sort of take in what I've put onto it instead of just piling lots of layers onto each other. I like my skin to absorb each layer of whatever I'm putting onto it. So yeah, I either wait till it's completely dry or I wait about 60 seconds. Then after that I love to use my SPC Collegen Gels. Again, I've been using these for many years. This is like the purple lavender one that I like to use in the evening time. Or I have like the SPC Collegen Gel, which is like a pink gel. I have like a massive pot of this stuff, but I just distribute it in here because it's just easier to use. I do use serums, but I've just run out of the serum that I use. so it's not very convenient, but I do use this in replacement for a serum. It just really makes my skin feel more elasticated and bouncy and plump, and I love the feelings that these gels give me. It really absorbs very quickly into the skin, which is what I love so much about these things. I don't have to wait for them to dry. Then I moisturize. It just depends on my mood or whatever I fancy to use that day. So I just recently bought this moisturiser. This is the Strictly Professional moisturiser. I've never used this before. It's so cheap. I think it was like £3. That's why I got it, because I just ran out. It's got tea tree and mallow flower. It smells amazing. I got the sensitive skin one. It's just a good cheapie. I like it. But if I have done like a deep skincare routine and a deep cleanse, if I've worn a lot of makeup that day and I really wanted to just say sorry to my skin, I want a deep moisturiser too. So one of my current favourite moisturisers, the Bobbi Brown Hydrating Water Fresh Cream. I love this stuff so much. It's so good. It feels almost silicone-y. But yeah, this one is like one of my favourites. Again, a tiny amount, spread it all over my face, and use that opportunity to massage my face again and get the blood rushing around. This one feels really good and really smooth. This moisturiser actually claims to provide 100 hours of moisture, which is amazing, and I really do feel it the next morning. My skin is plump and smooth the next morning after using this one. I use all my special stuff, so yeah. I go in with one of my favourite products on this earth. Wish I discovered this way sooner. This is the Bobbi Brown Extra Eye Repair Cream. I've noticed a huge difference with my under eyes since using this. The thinnest part of the skin is your under eyes and your eyelids. Imagine not moisturizing that or not catering to that part of your skin. It's gonna shrivel up. This really just keeps the area plump, smooth. It helps with fine lines, wrinkles. It's got caffeine in it, so it helps with puffiness. This also claims to help with dark circles as well. It's absolutely worth it, and it's something I really look forward to putting on every time it's time for my skincare. Because this stuff is so rich and so concentrated, you don't need a lot at all. I just get the tiniest amount on my ring finger, warm it up with my other ring finger, and I just gently massage it in circular motions all around my eye, and I'll just keep massaging it in until it's completely absorbed. I never used to use eye creams before. I wish I started in my teens, but you know, better late than never. The last part of my skincare routine, I always put lip balm on. So I just bought this really cheap conditioning lip serum by the brand Blistex. I treat my lips the way I would treat my face, so I would prep my lips with a serum first, and then I'll go in with a lip balm, long lasting hydration lip repair cooling relief lip balm. If you've got really damaged, really chapped lips, I'm constantly picking at my lips. They're always in pain, they're always bleeding, and that's one of the reasons I love lipstick as well, because my lips look terrible. They're really scarred and they're really bad because I pick the crap out of them. And one last thing, I know not everyone does this, I love to give my eyelashes a little curl before bed, because I wake up with like my eyelashes looking pretty. I don't know, they stay up all day. I just give them a little bit of curl. I use the Bobbi Brown eyelash curler. Sometimes if I feel like it, I'll put a bit of castor oil on my lashes as well. It just keeps them strong and healthy, helps them to grow. It's not an absolute must for me, and if I'm honest, I do forget. There was a point where I was doing it every day for like a couple of months, and then I kind of got out of it, but I get back into it when I remember, and I keep it there so I can remember to put it on. And yeah guys, I think that's everything. That's pretty much my skincare routine, but just use what works for you. I've stuck with the same cleansers for years, and majority of this routine I've stuck with for years, and it just works for me. So I do just want to give a few tips on things that you could incorporate into your lifestyle that could result in healthier skin. And a lot of these tips are pretty obvious, like stuff that we should be doing anyway, but we do sometimes forget. So regularly change your bed sheets and your pillowcases. This is a huge thing. There is so much bacteria on our bed sheets and on our pillowcases. So imagine you've done a nice skincare routine, you've gone to bed, and you've gone to bed on a dirty pillowcase, and you wake up in spots and you're like, what am I doing wrong? That's probably the reason, if you haven't changed your pillowcase in a while. Another thing is to wash your makeup brushes regularly. This is something that I'm guilty of. I can't always be bothered to do it because they're my makeup brushes, they're going back onto my face. It's not like I'm sharing them or anything, you know. Not that you do that anyway. But anyway, that's a biggie because there's so much bacteria that sits in there, and then you put it back on your face and then you break out and you're like, why am I breaking out? Another one is to keep your hair out of your face. Keeping it tied up out of your face, especially when you sleep, because our hairs do naturally produce a lot of oils, and it can hold on to certain bacteria that could transfer onto our faces when we sleep. Again, another thing I'm guilty of, When I remember, I do tie my hair up before I sleep, but normally I'm just tired and I just sleep however. Also, drinking lots of water and eating healthy. Sugar will break you out so much. If you watched my Q&A, I spoke about my 1 month no sugar journey, and I spoke about how my skin cleared up, and it literally cleared up so much, so that's another proof. So those are just some tips that I thought I'd incorporate in this video. If you know any tips yourself that I probably don't know of, please leave them down below. I would love that. You know, we've got to help each other out. I personally noticed a huge difference in the condition of my skin if I regularly do these things. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If there's any skincare products you'd recommend me to try, please like this video. If you want more self-care related videos like this, please subscribe, comment your thoughts. I love reading the comments. I always read the comments. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye. Assalamu alaikum.